Hey, what's going on? It's Jew here with another comic book review. And this week, as you can see in the background, there is a photo or an image back there of several different characters, and that's going to be referring to the book I'm going to be doing a review on. Not necessarily a review or a future review or a review, one or the other, both. I like it. It's kind of a little bit of both. This came out at the end of January, and I'm just now getting into it. I got into it last week. So I'm now going to get into this because this is some very interesting stuff. And I'm going to go down the list of books that are coming from Ghost Machine. And Ghost Machine is from Image Comics. And there is some familiar writers and artists that I have read in other books that are part of Ghost Machine. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go down that rabbit hole. Not a rabbit hole. Ghost hole. No, I'm just saying. All right, so let's get into this. This is a book I was unfamiliar exactly what I didn't know what to expect. When I got the book, I remember I said I was going to get the book and I forgot to get it. And I had a reminder by someone in the comment section telling me, hey, you should check out Ghost Machine. And I'm thinking in my head, Ghost Machine is a whole actual comic. And then I picked it up and I said, wow, this is kind of thick. It's kind of a thick book. So basically what it is everybody through Ghost Machine. So Ghost Machine is Image, but there's also it's kind of like Skybound or somebody, you have Image, you have Skybound, you have Ghost Machine, and so on and so on. The group or the company that presents these books, but they sell them through Image. Ghost Machine. So if you're unfamiliar, you should be familiar that I've read some books through some of these writers, at least two, Geiger and also Junkyard Joe. I think that's right? That's what you call it, Junkyard Joe. So I'm why am I looking at it twice? That's weird. Okay, so that's Geiger. All right, so I'm going to look at the list in this book. I've read it gives you some short teasers for some of the upcoming books through Ghost Machine. One is the upcoming Geiger. Now I have the full Geiger from the first volume of Geiger. I still haven't finished reading it, but I also read Zero. What is it? I read two books from Geiger. Ground Zero, which is I got a little bit confused. I didn't realize it was only going to be two books because I was looking for issue 3 and it never existed. So what this is doing is giving me a preview of what to expect to come through Ghost Machine, which actually got me kind of hooked. So you got Unnamed, Geiger. I think Junkyard Joe is definitely maybe finished. I don't know how far they're going to go with that story, but I read that whole volume for that last year and it was fantastic. It was actually one of the first reviews I did on this page. So Unnamed has a timeline of the time these books take place. So Unnamed, there is a book coming out called Redcoat. Let's see if I can type that in and find it on here. All right, so Redcoat is supposed to be a story that the timeline taking place from the 1776, like the 76ers of the when they signed the Declaration of Independence and all that stuff, the Redcoats, like throwback. This is back during the times of, like they say, the Redcoats are coming, or I can't remember exactly which wars took place during that time. My history is not in my head. It says American Revolutionary War, so that's one. Then there's a book called The Northern that's from 1864 that's going to be part of Ghost Machine. And they gave us a preview of that as well in here. The Northern, and they're from the same universe. All right, so I'm just going to use this because this is what I'm looking at in the book. The Unnamed. I'm not sure. I never understood what Unnamed was. But anyways, The Northern, 1864 is a book of a guy. It says his name. He's unknown. His birth name is unknown. His age is unknown. 6 feet. It's a black dude coming out of the Civil War, so there's some interest there. Next on the list it might not be in order, but from what I'm looking at in the book, it's showing President Sarah Nash. Now, which book is she from? Ghost, it says First Ghost issue 1. I'm not sure where she's from, but on the screen you got The Monster. The Monster is in 1944, so now we're in the 1900s. I don't know exactly what that is. So then you have Junkyard Joe, 1972. This is a book I have read, and I would say that it was fairly good. And 1972 was the what is it? The Vietnam War, and it was about a cyborg robot. Actually, not even a cyborg, just a robot in a human disguise that ended up being turned into a story because it was an unknown story that was not remembered. But there was a guy named Muddy. He wrote comic strips about Junkyard Joe, and then years later, after he retired from the military, Junkyard Joe appeared on his porch, and all drama broke loose between the government because the government created this robot, and things got crazy. So that was a good book. You should check it out. It is also from the Ghost Machine Unnamed. Well, there's a 1997 American Widow X. I have no idea what that is. Now, we're talking about the first ghost is captured on film 2025. I guess that's who this character is. I was looking at it in the book, President Sarah Nash. I don't know what that's about. The Unknown War erupts in 2030. Geiger walks across America in 2050. I did not realize Geiger took place that far along. So this is Junkyard Joe. You can see on the screen. Let's see. Yep. Junkyard Joe. Geiger. That's the full book. This is the 2 books that I've read. Geiger Ground Zero, one issue. And these are what's coming up on the calendar. As you can see, it has November 2023, which is December 2023. Already read the past. We have got Ghost. That's what this is, Ghost Machine. This is what's giving us the preview of what's to come. Geiger, Red Coat, Rook, Edix. Now, we're going to get into this Rook stuff. This must have been a Comic-Con or something. Where was y'all at, bro? This stuff's cool. What is this? Is this Junkyard Joe? What are these previews from? All right, so Rook, it gives me I want to say a partial of a story about Rook inside of this Ghost Machine book. It jumps into a story, and you will read it, and it is fairly interesting, and the art is fantastic. And the action scenes, the close-up, the pan-out, the zoom-in, the zoom-out, and some of the actual characters and animals, beasts that is shown in here is awesome. The skins that he is rocking is fantastic. This is what Rook is right here, as you can see on the screen. Jeff Johns, he's the same guy who wrote Junkyard Joe, so I'm familiar with Jeff Johns. So it gives you a preview of what's going on with this Rook, and then it just says to be continue issue 1. So it's pretty much like a piece of issue 1. They're giving you a teaser, and this comes out. When does it release? Oh, it's going to say it on here. I don't know why I'm sitting here. April 3rd. So we got a while. Got a little while before we can touch this. So, but yeah, this looks awesome. And then it gives me a rundown of the characters. Corvus is the main character, as you can see, is the guy on the cover of that book. 6 feet, 35, 200 pounds, brown eyes, brown hair. His first appearance is in Ghost Machine, so this is his first appearance. We have never seen him anywhere else. There's another character named Swine. He's dressed like a warhog or something like that. 5'8", 35, 225, green eyes, red hair. His first appearance is in here as well. So these 2 characters look badass, to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here. And you got Direwolf. Direwolf is another character that's going to appear in this book as well. It's a female, Candace Lupus. She has a wolf mask, wolf skin. She has a pet wolf. Some 5'10", 128. So she's kind of tall for a female. It's pretty cool. Is of what this book is. There's something called Rocket Fellers. It's Rocket Fellers, not Rockefellers, Rocket Fellers. They part of their family odyssey. Ghost Machine's family universe is full of heart, heroic, and humor. It is wonderful. So they have very family books of like regular people type stuff going on in part of Ghost Machine. And it looks like Rockefeller. It looks like they made a movie about Junkyard Joe, because you can see that they're at the drive-in and they're watching Junkyard Joe on the big screen. That's interesting. So this is obviously probably more of a modern story of a family. It's called Rocket Fellers. Issue 1, no idea. So it gives you a preview of that. There's another book, part of their family odysseys. This is Hornsby's and Halo. Hornsby's and Halo. Not sure what it's about. Looks like about a teenage kid or something. I'm going to run down and read some of these and see if I have any interest in getting them. So it's pretty cool. So you got Rockefellers, you got Hornsby's and Halo. So now we have Hyde Street. I'm going to see if... Anyways, they have Hyde Street. Hyde Street is something that's being promoted in here as well. It looks like on Reddit, somebody has already started to drop a preview. I'm not sure what this is about, but it looks fairly interesting. It looks like I'd have to read more into it. I didn't get a chance to read through every single little snippet of this book. I just got very interested once I saw what this Ghost Machine was trying to do here. So now we have the official time for everything. It looks like all these books are going to come out in April. And I think I am probably most likely going to follow the Ghost Machine series, just how I'm doing with Skybound, Cobra Commander, Duke, Transformers. I like following a universe to see where the connection comes in, especially if the stories are good. And Junkyard Joe and Geiger so far has brought my interest. So to me, Rook is probably one of the ones I'm more into. Far as the Northerner and what am I saying? Redcoat, the Northerner. I think they're in the same book. That's probably why I couldn't find the Northerner. Redcoat and the Northerner. When it comes out, I'll probably get it. I'm not sure what my interest is in it, because I'm gonna read. I did read it a little bit, but it just looks like or maybe I'm just a bit confused. I'm trying to remember exactly what I was reading when I read it, because I skimmed through it real quick. But there's a lot going on here. So yeah, Redcoat and Northerner in the same book. So Ghost Machine, as you can see the image in the background, those are the characters that are involved with Ghost Machine. Obviously, Junkyard Joe is one that I've already been through and read. So what you're seeing right here is Geiger right here in the middle. This is Geiger here, but that is Rook, Direwolf over there, and I'm fairly interested in reading that. So I will probably be following this in April. So if you have not got a chance to get a preview of what's to come in Ghost Machine through Image, I advise you to take a look at this. I'm going to read more of these teasers, I guess you could say, and I will probably come back with an individual idea or thoughts of which one that is most likely going to be for me. Right now, Rook seems like one. I'm going to read more into Redcoat. Some of those family odysseys, I'm not so. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, Ghost Machine. Some of the creators: Jason Fabix, Brian Hitch, Francis Manpaul, Peter Sandberg, Brad Anderson, Gary Frank, Jeff Johns. I mean, list goes on. Ghost Machine.